pranic breathing is a way of taking the breath deep, deep down into the lower abdomen and down into the lung cavity and inhaling all the way around. And what it does is it invokes more prana, more life force energy into your body, and of course more oxygen, more blood circulation. It really enhances the functioning of your physical body and purifies as well, but it also opens the portals between your human consciousness and the divine and your divine consciousness. The breath is the most powerful tool we have, and it is literally the vehicle that parts the veil between the world of spirit and the world of matter. So human beings, because humans live in a constant state of separation, humans have developed the ability or the pattern, the behavior pattern of breathing in separation. 99.9% of all humans, in fact, pretty much, unless you're doing pranic breathing or have transformed yourself to do it all the time, which pretty much nobody does, unless you're in a meditative state. But in the walk-a-day, walkabout world, pretty much almost nobody breathes pranically, if that's a word, as just walking down the street. But the separate breathing that I talk about is humans have developed this knack, this pattern, unconsciously, to take just tiny little gasps of air into the back of the mouth and top of the throat. It doesn't even reach the top of the chest. Some people, or maybe the deepest breaths just come up here. And so that is in and of itself one of the most powerful vehicles for reinforcing, proliferating, and strengthening the mantle of separation within one's consciousness and on planet Earth. So when you practice the exercise of pranic breathing, you start to break down that mechanism and allow the divine, the universal life force to come into you, and it starts breaking down that force field of separation. So that gets to the part of your question, how much is good to do? Before I get into the actual quantitative amount, which again would vary from person to person and for different reasons, pranic breathing also is very healing for the mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical bodies, in that through pranic breathing you can eliminate pains in your body, headaches for instance, shortness of breath, tension, stress, holds that different muscles and nerves have. Simple, centered, posture-aligned pranic breathing can resolve those in minutes. And so one of the things that I advise people is when you're having a difficulty, just step aside. If you're at work, just go out, on the stairwell if you can't leave the building. Go in the bathroom, go out sit under a tree, or go somewhere private and just do 3 to 5 minutes. All you need to do, and you can pretty much eradicate most situations that you're in. Again, not life cataclysmic ones, but simple things that are like stress, anger, shortness of breath, headaches can be most of the time eradicated with 3 to 5 minutes of pranic breathing. And mood shifting as well. If you're feeling sad, if you're feeling bored, if you're feeling unmotivated, cloudy, foggy, unfocused, simple pranic breathing, 3 to 5 minutes can make you zippy. Because again, you're also oxygenating your brain, your circulatory system, getting the blood moving. So it's very, very powerful in that way. And to be able to do it for just 3 to 5 minutes, if people did that 2 or 3 times a day, the quality of your life and your physical health would improve so drastically you would be stunned. There's nobody listening or watching to whom this does not apply. You would be stunned at how much your health would change if you just did it, let's say 3 times a day for 3 to 5 minutes. It's not a big investment. People do a simple surf on the internet, and that's 45 minutes to an hour. People go out to Starbucks or some coffee house, that's an hour, 45 minutes to have a cappuccino or a cup of coffee. So we're talking about a maximum investment of 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes out of a 24-hour day to completely change the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual quality of your life all the time, around the clock. Not a whole lot to ask. But how many people do it? Immeasurably close to zero. It's interesting. I'm always fascinated that some of the most powerful spiritual tools are so simple, completely free, so available, attainable by all, and people step over them, just keep complaining and whining about their lives and why they're not growing. But again, it's where the rubber meets the road. It's about practicing the presence. It's about practicing and applying some of these teachings and tools to your life, and the growth and the change is colossal. It's colossal.